President Bola Tinubu has disclosed that his former placeholder Aminu Masari and a few others stopped him from dropping out of the presidential race. Tinubu disclosed this while recalling how he almost dropped out of the race after an encounter with a relative. He spoke at a special iftar held in his honor at the presidential villa in Abuja on Saturday night and was contained in a statement signed by his spokesman, Bayo Onanuga. According to Tinubu, those close to me know that the odds were against me. During the campaigns, one of them came to my living room around 3:30 a.m. and said he needed just 50,000 naira to buy foodstuffs for our uncle. He told me, the currency is gone because of you. People are jumping over bank counters because there is no cash. Our uncle, a wealthy man, doesn't even have 10,000 naira in cash. What are you running for? I told him I'm running for president, not for you and our uncle. I gave him the 50,000 naira as he walked out. He turned to me and said, I don't think you will make it. I replied, I will make it. I was amazed. At that moment, I almost dropped the idea of running for president. But thanks to Aminu Masari and all of you who encouraged me when I came to Abuja. Masari told me I am the chairman of the Northwest Group. Don't look back. He admitted assuming office amid economic uncertainty and had to make immediate, difficult decisions, including removing the fuel subsidy. On the day of my inauguration, I had to decide on something not originally in my speech, and that was the fuel subsidy removal, he said. We have to relate this on three different angles. The first, subsidy removal, that he had to, decide to embark on. This cashless policy actually everyone was affected during that time. Where I think this was before he got into office, before the whole 2023 election, and then he's coming to say that his uncle, a wealthy man at that time, did not have up to 10,000. I think it was that period that all the 1,000 naira notes was
controversy of old and
new one. And so that's whole situation, and then the decision of him wanting to drop the presidential race. So it's just take our minds back to the Emilokon's slogan that was said, and then saying that he almost dropped the presidential race. Please, can you help us, make it make sense? So what's your thoughts on this, please?
Well, you can say this to those who are not wearing their thinking caps. Nigerians are not fools. I can say clearly that the president has nothing to offer to Nigerians. You can listen to him. Listen to him very carefully. You came on stage. He is aware that there is an extant decision that if fuel subsidy is to be removed, everybody is on a common table on the issue of subsidy, that it should be removed. The question was how. And the position that the NSC had with the federal government of Nigeria, government is a continuous process, is that all the refineries must be made functional
before the subsidy
must be removed. He knows. He knows where the money is going to. Okay, let's talk about the fuel subsidy. Do you know he's the petroleum minister?
Yeah.
I have asked him to resign. See, let me give you few criteria. There is no nation of the world that abandoned its area of comparative economic advantage, except Nigeria that I know. 2, Nigeria is the only member of OPEC that does not have a functional refinery. Right? By virtue of Nigeria having a globally recognized comparative economic advantage in the production of crude oil, it has no business with importation of refined product into Nigeria. Nigeria has the manpower and the capacity to refine her crude oil locally for the benefit of all Nigerians. Why is the government killing the enterprising youth of the oil and gas producing areas who are into parallel refining, who are forced into parallel refining? The youth in his own place in Yoruba land and the rest of them, their youth are intact. They are mining the gold and sowing mineral resources in their area without hinder. They are enabled by government. Zamfara is selling her own gold. Go to the north, they are selling their minerals privately. And some brainless political neophytes who are not thinking ahead, they are keeping blind eye because of political deception while they are wiping out the youth in this area. Where is such a thing done in the world? Those they deceive that they should go and borrow money and set up modular refineries. After they set up modular refineries, government turned around to say that if you want to make your modular refinery functional, you have to buy crude at the black market rate. Where is such thing done? Except Nigeria, and he's the petroleum minister. He is acquiring every asset. Let me say this to you. The oil and gas belong to the people in those areas. They use unequal law to steal it from their owners. Okay, allow us to refine it. Because the root of this economic crisis we are having is energy. Are you getting me? Sure. The root of the economic crisis that is in Nigeria. That's why I place it squarely on this table. What he's talking about here is fanciful and cosmetic. He knew, he even told us that he knows that we did not vote for him. He stole our mandate. He knows. We are where we are today because of criminal justices at the Supreme Court. I stand by it. I am saying it without care of being derobed. Because what is happening here cannot be allowed to continue. I have told Bola Tinubu, the first thing he would have done is to declare emergency in the energy sector. Collaborate with the youth of the oil producing areas. Set up modular refineries. And refine our crude oil that God bless us with. And stop importation of refined products into this country. Nigeria will experience immediate revival, economic revival. See, let me tell you. As far as this government is not engaging in production, there are principles, economic principles that you cannot defeat. If you like borrow the whole money in the world, it will not take you to anywhere. Let me give you an example. Do you know the money that the Fulanis have stolen in this country? Do you know the money they have stolen in this country? What are they using the money to do? They can go and bank them abroad. Those smarter people will use the money to develop their own economy. You will be surprised till now Nigeria is pursuing to borrow more money. Meanwhile, we have enough wealth in this country that can be turned around. So Bola Tinubu has nothing to offer. He should resign.
Okay, from that statement that he made, he said he had to, remove the first subsidy because of the whole cashless situation. So I really don't understand the whole statement that was made. Can you
let me shock you?
Make sense?
Let me shock you. Do you use app?
What app?
Bank app.
Yes.
Go and check the history of your bank app. You will be Tinubu, I say this to people, the maxim of my law firm, that's the motto of my law firm, is nemo daquo non habet. It's a Latin maxim. And the interpretation is that a man cannot legitimately be expected to give that which he does not have. Bola Tinubu cannot give what he does not have. Do you understand? He came into office on the principle of Eminokon. Yes, Wike, the chief election rigger in Rivers State here, rigged the election of Rivers State. He said all us were against him. Rivers State is part of it.
In that instance, there were no evidence that...
What are you talking about now?
That he was the one that rigged the election.
What are you talking about?
This whole issue started from INEC, if you recall. The whole Beavers malfunctioning.
See, let me tell you.
All of that situation. So it's an alleged situation.
I mentioned to you that we are where we are today because of the criminal justices of the Supreme Court and INEC. Do you understand? And their collaborators. They brought us to where we are. And I think Nigerians are wiser now. There won't be a repeat. Now, coming back to the issue of removal of fuel subsidy. Tinubu told us that he removed the fuel subsidy because there were few individuals who were benefiting from this money. Do you understand? And he knows them. Was he able to proceed against any of them? He could not. Because he is involved. He can't proceed against any of them because he is involved. Now, the second thing that flows from that angle is this. When you remove the fuel subsidy, you don't tax people that are in IDP camp. You don't tax poor people. In Ghana, they were even, in fact, giving tax holidays to companies. Do you know that Microsoft left Nigeria? They moved to Kenya to set up their headquarters. Pfizer have left Nigeria. This is the first time that I have seen foreign companies moving out of Nigeria. Practically. Businesses are closing down as I'm speaking to you. They said the place that you go for interview, these nurses who want to travel out of Nigeria, is in Kenya. That when Kenya Airway comes to Nigeria, it may carry about more than 50 Nigerians who are going for nursing examination in Kenya. That is improving their own economy. Kenya here, in Nigeria. And the government does not care. What Tinubu did in Lagos, which is expanding the tax base and tax the people to stupor, is what he wants to impose on Nigerians. The World Bank has told him 2 things that brought him to office. I insist on it. Alliance with terrorists and alliance with imperialists. These 2 things. Now, there's a 3rd dimension, which is starting from Rivers State, which is alliance with the military. Mm-hmm. I'm a political analyst. Based on political economics, poverty is a necessary weapon of war. And that is the principle, the dual principle of feudalism. That is what this government is implementing. As I know, there is something like middle class. It's either you have or you don't have. You have one year Wike is doing called associate or Bola Tinubu. They are the people that the money they stole through this last week. I checked my bank account, my app. 8,000 something have been removed. They say bank maintenance. I'm not joking. I checked my profile. I saw red. They say FIP, whatever. Bola Tinubu have ordered the bank to tax Nigerians to stupor. That is, as Nigerians are being taxed, it appears we are the most resilient set of human beings on the earth. And I tell them, based on Hooke's law, provided elastic limit is not exceeded, force is directly proportional to extension, we are getting there very soon. So now, the money you are making from the tax, in what industry are you implementing it? They are gathering the money for 2027. They want to give the money to few individuals. Like the system is now. It's raising on few billionaires. While the multi-million Nigerians are in multi-dimensional poverty. They are experiencing where they are swimming in it. Go to the market. Just about a few weeks ago, I went to the market because I was uncomfortable using this cam gas in my kitchen. So I want to extend the distance to the back. And I was thinking, this is rainy season here. Let me get a gas facility that is cylinder that can defy rain. Do you know how much I bought the empty cylinder? 80,000 naira. Can minimum wage, if I were a worker and they pay me 7,000 naira, can he buy it? No. Empty cylinder. Only. Go to market and price. Go and check 500 naira tomato or pepper, fresh pepper. This is the reality we are in. And because they are mopping up the money is coming in billions. Go to filling station. The government approved armed robbers on the road who are extorting money with audacious impunity from our drivers. The drivers are transferring the cost to us. How much did I pay from Jos Rukwaku to this place? Through Rukwaku. Axis from where I'm coming from. Through Rukwaku down to this place. From my place where I am through Rukwaku down to connect to this place. Do you know how much I spend? If you write how much you are spending per day, you may have high blood pressure. Unconsciously, you will just realize that you are uneasy.
So if we have to go back to those whole statements that was made by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu about the cashless situation that affected his rich uncle not having up to 10,000 naira, which we are not aware of the whole situation and how it turned out, decision of wanting to drop the presidential race and whatnot, and then deciding to remove the fuel subsidy in order to, build up or increase the economy at some point, according to what he said. From the statement you have mentioned, it shows that it's contrary to what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said to us, because just at the time when he was inaugurated in office, that was when he removed that subsidy and said it is for our own good. Now the question is, like you stated, this subsidy funds that were actually the subsidy funds that has been kept at some point, what have they been used to do? If that was the need to remove subsidy at some point in time, what has been done with those money generated from the subsidy? And if we have to come back to what you said, are you in any way saying that the statements that the president made it does not correlate with the situation of the country?
He can say that to those. You know what poverty does? It knocks off your rational thinking. Once your brain shifts from thinking significant to survival. That shift of mind. Do you understand? There are so many things you cannot comprehend. Like I told you some time ago, every morning when I wake up, you have to fight to stay afloat mentally. If not, you can suffer depression. Because depression is hanging around us on a daily basis. That is how bad. Let me ask you, is there any production going on in Nigeria? The only thing that brings about economic revival is production. Is it not Bola Tinubu that told Peter Obi that is it statistic we go chop? He has nothing to offer to Nigerians. You had this song by African China making mockery of the system that is a deceit. Hope. Say if you are hoping, that is hoping against hope. You are just deceiving yourself. Because none of the promises is a reality. They are just hoax. So it's a deception. Okay, where is the subsidy money? They are keeping the subsidy money to create a kind of group of young people that they want to give the money to prepare for 2027. Nothing more than that. There is nothing.
Those subsidy money is not to generate to increase the economy of the
country.
Nothing.
And okay. The country, wait, let me tell you. Let me say this to you. You go to the market. Don't you go to the market?
Yes, I do.
What's happening in the market? No, let's just be very fair to ourselves.
The market is for buying and selling.
It's for buying and selling. What is the reality in the market in terms of stabilization? That things are looking up.
Oh, the price of goods are actually higher than they were.
So what are you talking about? There are things you cannot deceive people about. Do you understand it? There are things Bola Tinubu, all these things is putting up is fanciful and cosmetic. He has nothing to offer. He should resign. That is the best thing he can do. He has stolen enough. The wife should stop deceiving people through religious gateways. I'm a liberation theologian. My mentor is Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He should stop deceiving herself. You heard of the incident that happened in is it Edo State or Delta State? Yes. Our mama or now your mama. That is where we are. Who told you that Bola Tinubu is a Democrat? Somebody who forced certificate. And then you want to come and talk to young people and tell them not to force certificate? You must be joking. What are you talking about? So the entire system, as far as I'm concerned, is in fact, let me say this as a solution. If Bola Tinubu knows what is right for him, as a petroleum minister, he should declare state of emergency in the energy sector. Stop killing the youth of the oil and gas producing areas, because the blood of these innocent children are crying to God for vengeance. He should collaborate with them, give subsidized crude oil to owners of multiple refineries, make the refineries functional. The refinery can be functional under 1 month. He knows what he is doing. All this Owando acquiring all the oil assets will not save him and his collaborators in immunoeconomics.
Thank you so
It will not help them.
Thank you.
They should face the real thing and save Nigeria from the crisis we are in. If he thinks that he's going to use this crisis to push down Nigerians, he'll be deceived when Nigerians will rise up.